My name is John Tennant. I'm a local realtor in the Raleigh-Durham area. If you're interested in either buying, selling, moving to or from the Triangle, reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below. Now without further ado, let's get to the video. This is 115 Ashworth Drive in West Durham, one of the most unique properties I've personally ever walked through, let alone videoed and put on my channel. It's got a lot of history too. It was built in the 50s by a guy named Russell Robinson, who is a renowned architect in the area, and he actually built this for himself. This is his old house that has since been sold about 3 or 4 times since his passing. As of recent, the house hasn't been on the market in almost 10 years, so you're getting a first look at it since it's hit the market about a month ago. It's priced to sell. It's under $1 million, so it's got a 9 in front of it. Needs a little bit of TLC, I think, but I mean, a house that's almost 75 years old, what do you expect? But the interior design is super unique. There's no right angles in the entire home, except for like one wall that was added on later on by another owner. It's got a dwelling in the back. It's on over 1.25 acres of land. So at one point, he actually owned this entire neighborhood around here, and then when he passed away, the kids subdivided all the lots and eventually sold it to other people, so now it's a neighborhood. But yeah, it's really, really cool. So we'll take a walk around the property. I'll show you the other stuff, so let's go. Yeah, even the mailbox is a mid-century modern style. This thing is like stainless. Holy crap, it's got a lot of stuff in there. Stainless steel, and yeah, super neat. So you actually pull around to the side, and this driveway goes the entire stretch of the property around, and that's the pathway to the front door. So I'm gonna take you around to this dwelling over here, which is an additional dwelling on the property. It's got its own HVAC and electrical hookup with a little bit of storage in the back. So let's go look at that first. Another thing too that's really cool is these white bulbs are all hardwired through the ground. So that'll like light the pathway. There's another pathway from the basement down to this dwelling. So that's paved, and then they'll have those little bulbs there. There's a garage behind here where he's got a boat parked, and then the back area is unfinished. Got an area for your garbage, and the entire property is all fenced in. So he's got another little area that's fenced in with this chain link fence, probably just to let your dog out. But there's a whole fence around the entire property on top of that. So through here, hopefully this is open. No, we got to go in through the back. I forgot to mention, so you're about 6 miles from downtown Durham and 6 miles from downtown Chapel Hill. So you're right there in the middle. Still got some stuff in here, but he had like a little makeshift workout room. And then you have a really tiny door, which is kind of funny. But since that front door is locked, I'm gonna have to come in through the back. So he's got a little storage area over here. Obviously it's all hooked up with electrical. He's got an old TV mounted up there. And then through here, this whole area is actually finished. So this is 630 square feet of finished area. So you have the door into the unfinished area, and then you have a door into the outside area. And you have 2 separate little rooms here. So this one's got a window, this one's got a window and a closet. So it's an interesting little layout, but you know, this is it's all got its own electrical, its own HVAC, and you can make this into really anything, you know, a bonus room, theater, playroom, art studio, whatever. Or you could even just make it another apartment and have an Airbnb running out of it, because the HOA here allows short-term rentals. So it's got some income producing potential too. All right, so this is the front entryway to your front door. A couple things I wanted to point out is the windows, like when you're inside, it looks like you're in a fishbowl kind of, because all the windows are massive in this house, like almost floor to ceiling, not quite, but there's a ton of windows everywhere. But they all have this film on them that kind of makes them look like a mirror. So I can't see inside right now, but I'm looking at the window that goes into the living room. So when you're inside, you'll kind of be able to see what I'm talking about. But they all have that film on them where you really can't see inside. It kind of just looks like a mirror. The front door is super cool. So they have a couple accents in the house of this bright orange color. I personally love it. Some people might hate it. but it's part of the uniqueness for me. So an old 50s classic split level, but like an extended version of it. So when you're walking into your front door, to your right is the split level. You go down into the basement, there's 2 bedrooms. You go up, there's 2 bedrooms. But I'm gonna show you the living area of the house, which you would be making a left into the home first before I show you the bedrooms. This is kind of like an entry foyer, and you could just go directly out into your patio here, which I'll show you in a second. But this is kind of what I'm talking about, how bright it is in here. It's probably about maybe 12 p.m. So the sun's right there in the center of the sky, and you have a ton of just natural light coming in from all of these massive windows. They all have shades that you can pull down. I guess they're electric. I didn't see the remote, but those are all electric. So this one's down, so you can kind of see what I'm saying here. Yep, so you can press a button and they all slide down here, and there's a linear fireplace. A couple of the owners over the years have done upgrades, and it's kind of funny because you can see where in the house they didn't upgrade and where they did. Like this is a linear fireplace didn't exist in the 50s, so this is obviously an upgrade. But yeah, this is kind of the living room, family room area, huge space, all white. They have a ton of these recessed lights that are like square looking to kind of give it a modern feel. Very open, very airy. And the kitchen's super cool. I mean, this was definitely renovated at some point. Very modern finishes in here. One of the cool, unique things that the listing agent pointed out to me was when he designed this house, he didn't put any right corners at all in the entire design. So the only right corner in this house is this one right here, because this was added on by a previous owner as a pantry. So this was not included in the original floor plan. It would have just been all open here. And then the kitchen would have been actually this also right corner would have been not centered, and it would have stuck out over here in this really weird looking closet area. So your cabinets would have actually been on this wall here. That was the only renovation in the house where they actually squared it off and made it right corners. But all the other corners in the house, like this right here, they're at a different angle than a right angle. So feels really modern, even though it's almost 70 years old. Super cool, very unique. And then on the main floor, they have a theater room. Huge theater room, built-in projector, so that would come with the house, built-in screen, split unit, so you can set this room to a specific temperature. That's a door out to the front of the house. That's a door out to the back of the house, and a sliding door out to your deck. And then a full bathroom too. So this was obviously a renovation done somewhat recently. They have like the wood style tile and the black. So you have a full bathroom in here. I wonder if this was actually a bedroom at some point and they made it into a theater room. That's probably what happened there, because this would be the only room that actually has a bathroom attached to it. All the rest of them are out in the hallway. But since we're here, let me take you outside. Because one thing when we were outside last time, I didn't show you the detached garage. So this is the deck area. It does kind of feel like a boat almost. Very cool. And the way the greenery is all laid out, all natural landscaping, these trees have grown out really nicely. These are all on the property. And then a couple of them over there are right behind the property. So this is all, even though you're in the middle of a neighborhood, this is all very, very private. And that's your detached garage. So I don't have the remote for it, but that's a 2-car detached. And then, yeah, so it wraps around the whole backyard here. You pull in, you come up, and then you can enter right there, which is literally the other side of the front door I just walked through. Nice little garden area out here. Landscaping could obviously use a little bit of work. I don't know how long it's been since the previous owner has done anything with the landscaping. It looks like a while, but it has a lot of potential. So the total home is 3,200 square feet, and they have it listed with 4 bedrooms. So go to the main or the bottom level. I guess on a split level, it's called a bottom level. You have the 2 bedrooms on either side of the hallway. This is actually another back door. So it's locked right now, but this is the door I was talking about. If you go this way, you get to that other unit that we were just in the beginning of the video, right there down the walkway there. So bedroom number 1, it's kind of unique shape, a little smaller, definitely a little smaller bedroom. It's got the classic like 50s closet here, where it's basically just like a sliding door and what you would normally see in a modern house and like a secondary bedroom. Just 1 bar, a couple places for some shoes, pretty small. Yeah, all of your electrical in the basement area is all on the outside of the house. So the electrical has been upgraded. They just didn't put it inside the walls. But yeah, that's why it's all on the outside here. And then you have a little makeup station. That's actually original to the house there. Still lots of windows, even though you're in the basement. Another closet area. So sliding doors here. You have a closet here. It looks like a closet for clothes because I have a rod here, but you could really put anything you want in here and then close it with the door. The bathroom downstairs is interesting. This is a very interesting layout. The 2 bathrooms are just like, I don't know how they came up with this idea, but it's good. It's cool because you haven't seen anything like it before. So you got to admire it a little bit, but you know, it's a full bathroom, ceramic tub. This looks like original tile work. It looks like a lot of the drywall might even be original. Looks like the toilets were upgraded. The tile here on the floor was upgraded, and then they have your stacked washer dryer. So this was probably all upgraded too. Yeah, it looks like it, yeah. And this room is neat. So I think it would make a really cool office, but they have it listed as a bedroom, and they have a built-in Murphy bed here. This comes down, and that's a Murphy bed right there. So you could just leave it up, make this an office, throw a desk somewhere, probably over there in the corner. And then if you have someone that comes over and wants to stay down here, pull the bed down. A couple built-in shelves and cabinets that go back pretty far. This looks like it was relatively new, maybe in the past 20 years or so. Definitely the lighting is newer. And then another closet right here. So you have another sliding door closet. So even though the house is old, it's got a lot of storage, which is usually a big thing with the houses built in the 50s, is they have like no storage whatsoever. But over the years, it looks like the owners have built in a lot of storage. This is a really cool fan here. I would definitely leave this. That's neat. And this is another door. I don't know if you can see that, but it's another door into your backyard. So lots of ways to get out of the house, so you won't ever get stuck. And another closet. I don't think I showed you guys this one. Not a closet, this is storage. Okay, so unfinished storage. Looks like they have a refrigerator in here. Water heater in the back there. HVAC. Yeah, so that's more of a utility closet. Plumbing's got some tracks, so it's got a updated plumbing here. That's a good sign. Good. 2 more bedrooms and a bathroom. So this bathroom is just as unique as the first one I just showed you. There's like a tiny little nook here for some storage, your toilet, and then a little bit of storage here with built-in mirrors. And there's mirrors on all the walls here. So you have mirror here, mirror behind you. And then a giant countertop with some built-in shelves, built-in drawers. Yeah, it looks like they upgraded the flooring in here, but left everything else again. And what is this, another closet? Yeah. Yep, another closet. These doors are solid too, all the doors in the house, and they have this kind of cool design. So this room's got closet to the left. So it seems to be a reoccurring theme here is a closet to the left as soon as you walk in. There's a closet to the right with more built-ins, drawers with some locks on it, a ton more drawers, and then another closet over here. So none of the rooms in the house were labeled as a primary bedroom. So it's kind of like whichever room you think would fit your needs best would be the one. And this is interesting too, because this is like a stucco finish, which you would normally find on the exterior of a home in like southern states like Florida. But they did it on the inside here it looks like a cave. Looks like a cave in here, which is kind of cool. And the industrial finish with the electrical work on the outside. I kind of like it. You don't really see any of this stuff anymore, and the functionality is still there, so nothing wrong with it. Huge windows. And the second bedroom upstairs, they did the stucco in here too. I think this was the owner's bedroom, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, they did the stucco in here, and they have like a granite windowsill. Both the windows. So it's a little dark in here because since the sun's over here and the windows are tinted. But you have another closet, more orange accents, and then built-in shelves. Built-in shelving over here. But yeah, absolutely incredible experience just to walk through it and kind of see the history. And you know, it's not often you get to walk through a house that was designed for and by an architect, especially one that was almost 70 years ago. So yeah, very cool. Thanks for watching till the end, and we'll see you guys next week.